So we're going to start by going through the frequently made mistakes for assignment 2C. Most people did very well. Here are the things I saw that could be improved. Let's start by taking a look at something left over from before. This is a minor point, but it can get you in trouble if you're not careful. This is from the Movies EX side of the house, that module. And make sure that you use the constants rather than putting in string literals. If you put string literals in there, you can get yourself in trouble if things change for some reason. Over here, this is a good example of what happens if you're not consistent. I think this person just copied their code kind of blindly without thinking about what had changed. So in this case, make sure that the name you have here for this path variable matches what is provided on the controller side. You have to make sure that those names are the same. And otherwise, you'll get into inconsistencies. Same problem here. Make sure you're consistent with what's provided on the controller and what you're giving as the names on the proxy side. Now, this is obviously just a mistake. Didn't copy something over from the earlier assignment. You shouldn't be returning null here. And these kind of things obviously show up when you run your tests, and they blow up and give you a null pointer exception. So make sure you check for that. This is probably something that I'll fix in the next version of the assignment. The tests expect you to print out the size of the map, mostly for debugging purposes, so you can see that it's actually loaded it properly. So make sure you do that, because that's what the test wants you to see. Down here, we've got some issues with annotations. So this is on the proxy portion. This is the wrong annotation for this type of method. This is a get method, but we're marking the string query as a request body. That's obviously going to be a problem, so don't do that. Down here, this is a query method with the path variable, but we haven't put the right set of path portions in here. There's something missing, so make sure that that gets fixed. These are things that also are caught by running the tests. Down here, again, we've got some more problems with the annotations for the string query. It should not be request param, and there's something else that's missing here. A lot of people, when they got it wrong, they usually got that stuff wrong. So once again, this is caught by the test, so make sure you're checking that. Please go back and take a look at the videos and the code associated with the WebFlux EX3 example, and it'll show you how to structure these methods. This is not the right way to do it. It'll get you into trouble. And likewise, you don't want to put order by ID ascending here at the end. That should go down below. In fact, a lot of times people would duplicate it in two places. It doesn't belong up here. Similar kind of problem down here. Now we're in the build query string method. And go back and watch the videos to see how to structure this. And here's another build query string. Please remove the select from movie here. I'm not quite sure why this is here, but it doesn't belong there. So just have the order by ID ascending. And I also think you can put that order by clause after replace, so it would look more like this. Marginally a little teeny bit faster, but mostly just more consistent. Let's see. This is a really subtle one. This took me a couple minutes to figure out what was wrong, why it was failing, but the tests are correct. There's something important missing here, and there's something important missing here. And so you have to go and make sure you put in the right syntax, otherwise the expanded parameters is incorrect. Let's see, coming down here. This code was not adding the order by clause at the end, so of course it wasn't ordering it. So that test would fail, and all the other tests that expect it to be ordered would fail. So once again, you get a lot of cascading failures. It's often traceable back to one particular problem. You don't need to put in the object array here. In fact, that's wrong. It'll fail. Just say get vector, close paren, and that fishes out the vector from the object that's there. Let's see. This this doesn't belong here. Don't put this in the SQL statement. Put it earlier in build query string. And also here, you don't need to put object class. I don't think it hurts. I think it'll be OK, but it doesn't really need to be there, so you should probably take it out. Couple things. Several people, for some strange reason, wrote out the code in the search and searchEX methods. These methods are fully designed to forward to the repository, so there should be no extra calls here at all. That has all been subsumed into the reactive repository stuff and the multi-query repository impl type of implementation. So all this code just needs to go away entirely. I realized we were missing a test, so we'll probably fix that. Some people keep forgetting to inherit or implement the comparable interface in the movie class. So please make sure you fix that, because otherwise the test will fail because they don't know that you've actually implemented those methods. They aren't seen as being part of the interface. And this probably should have been earlier, but again, make sure you sort the results in ascending order. And this needs to have something at the end. That's kind of a duplicate of one before. I think it snuck in at the early stages, and I forgot to move it. So that is the end of the overview of frequently made mistakes for assignment 2C. Like I said, most people did very well, so just go through, make sure that you address any comments, if any. You may have just said good job, and make sure you comment your code, and then it's due on Wednesday. We'll start grading it then, but if you want to push it before then, that's fine too.